special coverage of the Army's 250th anniversary parade. Let's bring in our friends Griff Jenkins and Miranda Devine. Guys, what an incredible parade this is. What are your thoughts on this historic evening?
Really? Incredible.
Well, I mean, you guys have the best seat in the house, Emily, and you and Lawrence are doing such a great job. And, you know, Miranda and I have been talking about the sense of pride and patriotism, Lawrence, that you were talking about, that thousands of Americans are witnessing out there. You know, you guys, before you went to break, were just showing the march of the World War I doughboys. And it reminds me, Emily and Lawrence, of I had an opportunity to be one of the last people to interview the last living doughboy. His name is Frank W. Buckles. He died in 2011. His story is remarkable. He served in World War I, he enlisted at age 16, and then in World War II, not once but twice, taken as a prisoner of war. And that grit of enlisting and serving in both World War I and II is the essence of what makes America so strong now.
Always the heroic story of the American, right?
Celebrating of the past, but those of today.
You know how many motherfuckers got that same kind of story
on a battlefield in the future, Miranda?
that'll never be mentioned?
Lucky to be there. It's such a historic event, and
Lawrence, a lot of your motherfucking
it's
ancestors.
such a positive
Nigga.
contrast to all the kind of doom and gloom and the
That bullshit I be
protests
talking
and the
about, man.
dictator Trump stuff that we've been seeing in New York and LA. It just drowns all that out with a positive, patriotic display that I think lifts
How does it drown it out?
in the end.
It reinforces
I
it
think that's such a good point, and I want to stay
more than anything. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Just passed by us. It's such a spirit of positivity here, right, Emily? And you see,
He don't even
just
believe
red,
what
white,
he's saying.
and blue everywhere, and people cheering on our country and coming together. There's no division here because it's not about a party. It's not about a movement. It's about uplifting our veterans as well as the people that are serving
Idiot.
right now, right?
That's right, and you know the
Right.
soldiers expressed
Right.
their
Cosign.
excitement,
Hit
their
me out.
gratitude, how much they were looking forward to this
Bullshit ass
celebration
nigga.
of this storied institution and something that protects the ideals of our country, that represents the ideals of our country. Griff, as we're watching now, this
See, we
walk through
gotta
history
eradicate that
before the
type shit, man.
Commander-in-Chief on Flag Day, on the 250th anniversary, what's going through
We
your
got to
mind
call
as you
this
see
kind of
the
shit
crowds
out,
here
for real.
cheering on with such patriotism?
Well, you know, Emily, I came to this network 25 years ago to be a producer for a show called War Stories with Oliver North, an American hero in his own right. And we covered every battle from going back to Korean War to
Oliver
the Vietnam
North.
War to World War I and II, and many of these vehicles
Iran
we're
Contra
seeing,
scandal.
are reminding me today.
Really? That
of
you
the
gonna reference that cat?
that so many have given before us
On this day?
As Glenn Youngkin said in that opening video, before we had a country, we had an army. And it was the blood, sweat, and tears
Okay, let's talk
that
about
have
it
been
then.
paid every day
Go
for
back.
250 years that has given us the freedom
And
to be
just
the
look
greatest
at
nation on the planet. And so you see these old
the
videos
United
reminds
States
me
under the
of
Ronald
shifts
Reagan
that we would go and do, and
administration.
guys and gals we would interview on specific battlefields to think of how
In
daunting
particular,
and difficult they faced
the Iran
in their
Contra
battles,
scandal.
but yet were willing to pay the price for our freedom.
in the war on drugs.
Miranda, I know this is just one day.
And
but this is a celebration
you know,
that's supposed to
formulate
last
your own
the
thoughts about
entire
that.
year. Do you think this could be a reset for the country?
I do think so, because remember that it's the 250th
A reset for the country.
Anniversary of the country, and this Army Day, Flag Day, this 250th celebration today it's the kickoff of a whole year of celebrations. And look, I know from
remember that
having
cat?
been in Sydney, Australia, when the
The,
Olympics came,
the
how
character that
the
Samuel
entire country
played
gets
on,
good,
Django.
The economy gets good. Everybody is just in a
That's
great
Lawrence.
mood, and we're going to see that with multiple celebrations over the next year. This is just the start, and I think the pride and patriotism
Fox
in
News
this country,
is
as let's hope at the same time
Leo
the economy
DiCaprio's,
comes good, there's
character.
going to be such a feeling of
Whatever
joy
that nigga name
and
was.
kind of positivity and energy in this country for the next year.
Oh,
I'm sure,
man.
and You know, this parade is being
hey
watched
man,
not
I've
just
been
in
calling
America,
this shit
but
since
around the
2008,
world.
man. I told
And
people
it gives succor to our
this is the
allies
effect.
who know
This is
that
we
they
are
have the
dealing with the
strength and
Obama
might
effect.
of the American mighty
And
military
I'll explain to you
behind
what
them,
that
but it
is.
also gives pause to our
It is the
adversaries
effect
who are there
that the
doing
election of the
wrong
first
around the
black
world, and this will strike a little
man
bit of fear and a little bit of deterrence
as
into them.
president of the United States
We love it.
would
Y'all
have
stand by.
on
We're gonna get back to y'all
a
later.
particular
We're just feeling
section
the thunder of all the helicopters behind us. I
of
don't think I've
white
witnessed that
people
many
in
helicopters
America.
at one time, but it's literally shaking our stage right now.
No matter
And guys, the crowd
what their
was sort of
political
running
affiliation,
from, this
their
avenue where
religious
they're watching the
affiliation,
parade, and then
it
running
don't
to
matter.
get to the open area
That
to see
shit
those
scared the
helicopters.
fuck
I saw
out
some Cubans in
of
there.
America
It was,
because
again,
nobody
just
ever
very
thought that would happen. Not even black people. Black people were shocked too. So what we're dealing with is a result of the election of Barack Obama, because Donald Trump came out as the anti-Obama. Remember, this all started with take our country back, right? This all started like with the Tea Party and all that shit. People forget about the Tea Party. Sarah Palin and all that shit. This shit would have went down a long time ago if it wasn't for John McCain. But anyway, that's, you know, we can get on that shit on some different time. But go back, for real, go back and do your research from 1980 to present time. And you will find out how we got to where we are. And keep that Obama effect. The Obama effect. Keep that shit in mind. And look at the period from November of 2008. Matter of fact, go back and look at 2004.
Look, you've got the president, you've got the vice president, cabinet.
Go look at the
sitting there
Democratic
all
National
watching this
Convention in
unfold. I'll just
2004.
say, you know, you see President Trump.
And then you go look at from November 8th until,
there's probably no one that you'll find that is more patriotic
November
than President Trump. He loves this
of
country.
whatever that
He loves the
was,
military. He talks about rebuilding the
2020.
military, and of course that peace through strength. So I think this is obviously very apt, very timely.
2016, you did.
President Trump's watching.
But
And the other thing
2020
that comes to mind,
also.
just real quick,
But anyway,
is unity. I think, you know, we live in a dangerous
I'm
world.
done, man. This
The
is
military
terrible. I thought I was about to see
safe.
some North Korean type shit, man, with tanks,
Across the country.
missiles,
That
and
support
you
this
know all this
administration,
shit.
perhaps folks that don't. What they do support, though, is the military and the army. And
They do it better than this shit in
So,
Ace time, man.
Again, I think there's a lot of pride
Anyway,
in
shit,
millions
I'll
of
come back
Americans
with some
that
shit
watch
worth
this and
fucking
say, you know,
with, but
let's
this
go.
is terrible, man. This is embarrassing.
And Chad, as
Look
the
at this
price
nigga
tag
here,
was
man.
discussed of this
For real.
parade, the Commander-in-Chief, President Trump,
For real.
said,
I can't
"Well, it's
take it. I'll be
peanuts
back."
compared to the